Hey everyone, it's Mr. Fine Pig HD here with another PigCast episode for you. Oh, I guess so, mate.
Bless you.
Jesus, you don't see bless you when someone burps.
Well, I do.
Anyway, PigCast episode, joined by Henry Hotspur here, whose Tottenham Hotspur side today beat Aston Villa 2-0 with Harry Kane getting both the goals. Bet you're pretty happy about that.
Yeah, really happy. Harry Kane on the money, as always. We're right in the title race. It's just funny that we have a couple of games where we don't win because we won the 6 Premier League games in a row before then, and everyone starts to think, doubt Spurs, now we can't win the title. Of course we can fucking win the title! It's going to happen.
It's not looking good for our bet, is it? For me, anyway.
Well, it's not looking good for you
What
at all,
a stupid
mate.
freaking
Silly
bet. What was I thinking?
I've reminded you about that many a time, haven't I?
It's on video, mate.
Well, there we go.
There's video evidence of it. I ain't getting out of that one.
Factual evidence, isn't it? Factual fucking evidence.
It is, mate. It's really bad, but there we have it. You won today. We've got to win our next game in the Premier League. Keep up pace. Otherwise, if we drop any more points now, you've won the bet, I think. Mm-hmm. But there you go. The game today, Manchester United versus West Ham in the FA Cup. What a load of cash. What a terrible performance that was from us. More of the same classic Louis van Gaal. Dutch toad tactics. The guy needs to fuck off.
He needs to go. He needs to go. You're out of the Europa League. I think Liverpool's had you now. You're out of the FA Cup. West Ham's going to have your next game. You're not going to finish top 4. It's Louis van Gaal out.
It is, isn't it? And we need to think of some more adjectives to describe this prick as well. Louis van Gimp.
Louis van get the hell me out of here.
I'm a shit manager, get me out of here.
Yeah.
New reality TV programme right there.
Oh yeah, 100%. He's shit, mate, isn't he?
He is shocking, but the board are sticking with him, it seems, to the end of the season. I think they just made a decision. Whatever the fuck happens this season, we're sticking with that Dutch toad.
I think West Ham played exactly how United used to play today. West Ham was everything that United is not right now. Full of passion, full of characters. Payet, what a fantastic season he's had.
Oh, unbelievable. One of the players of the season.
Under Slaven Bilic, what an exciting team compared to watching United, which is worse than watching grass grow.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? To actually use that analogy.
We're not talking about good kind of grass either.
Yeah, we're talking about fucking plastic grass they're talking about putting in stadiums these days. Fuck them cunts. Charlie, stick with normal fucking grass, you know what I'm saying?
That doesn't grow. Anyway, so yeah, we're shit at the moment. It's really quite depressing. Spurs are on the ascendancy. They could potentially win the league. Leicester's to lose. There's still a couple of points ahead of them, but some big games coming up. In other news, Arsenal lost today in the FA Cup, so they're out of it. This is good. This is good for Manchester United. If Manchester United can go to Upton Park and get a result, which I think is pretty difficult, bearing in mind we got pretty much dominated by them at Old Trafford for the first 45 minutes, and the second 45, couldn't get the better of them either. But what a free kick that was, by the way, from Payet. Did you see that?
Yeah, unbelievable. I mean, it was a little bit contentious because of what had previously happened, where I think there was, was he done for? People said that he fell over. She fell over, kind of thing. Like, did that happen? And I was listening to the radio, and they were saying like, oh, he could be off, and now he's just scored. United are going to be pissed off about that.
Yeah, literally can't
Something
remember
like that happened, yeah.
Unless you're talking about the penalty shot, which I thought was a penalty.
I think people think that he may have needed to be sent off. Was he on a yellow card?
Who are we talking about now?
Payet. Yeah.
Man, I haven't got a fucking clue what you're talking about, to be honest.
I'm pretty sure it's just the right game anyway.
I did watch the game, but, fucking hell.
Maybe the radio's saying different to what's actually been said. I can't trust that fucking radio shit.
There we have it, but you must be happy about Arsenal getting knocked out, because they're not going to win anything this season.
Over the moon, Wenger, I mean, that's something else we could talk about. I mean, I know we've talked about him previously, and I don't really like talking about him, but I think we should talk about him. It is time for him to go, isn't it, I think?
Well, they just seem to be stagnating quite a lot. They have spent a lot of money over the last few seasons. Not as much as us, but a fair amount.
I certainly think it's time for him to go now. It's like, I've always been a bit backer of...
Who's going to come in, though? Who's going to come in?
I don't know, but it's time for... It's now... The way that the Premier League has crumbled in terms of all the top teams stumbling this season, it is time for change in the Premier League. It's time for Wenger to go.
Time for a fresh approach.
Time for Chelsea to stop thinking money, 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 and start thinking young players, English fucking young players, isn't it? That kind of approach. You know what I mean? It's got to be about that now.
Yeah, well, we are shit in terms of the top teams, but who are you going to get? The best managers of the world aren't available. Arsene Wenger's the sort of manager. Say Arsenal select him tomorrow. Basically, a host of the top clubs in Europe are going to want Arsene Wenger. So who'd you get? He's consistently decent for them. You never know.
Yes, but they don't win shit.
Yeah, but it's
they want to win stuff.
It's freaking difficult, man, to win
yeah,
something.
So Leicester is fucking difficult. You know what I mean?
You've got a point.
Well,
You think
true.
all the seasons in the last 10 years they'd have
And the
put up
fact
a better
that if
fight for the league.
Spurs won this season, how would that make Wenger feel? When's the
Yeah.
last time Pochettino comes in, wins the Premier League? It's like, mug Wenger. Yeah.
Well, maybe he should go from Arsenal then. What do you guys think about that? Do you think Arsenal should stick with him? I personally couldn't give two shits. If I'm being totally honest.
I couldn't give a fuck.
That's how I feel. I really
I
couldn't
think
give a
it's
shit.
time for them to change. I don't know what Chelsea are
It'd
going
be
to
a
do.
big gamble for them. They could go downhill. They could do a United or a Liverpool after a manager's been there for a significant amount of time, and they could go downhill for a while. And at least with Wenger, you get that stability. You get them challenge of top.
Get in
four every
Moyes,
season.
innit?
Get in
That's
David
the perfect
Moyes.
manager to get in after someone that's been there established long time. Get Moyesy in, innit?
Yeah,
It's
another.
available as well. It could happen.
No, it's never
I
going to
don't
happen,
think
mate.
it's going to happen.
Fuck,
Is
you know.
it?
Harry Kane got a couple of goals today for you. He just keeps on
brilliant.
scoring. Bodes well for England in the Euros as well.
Doesn't matter if he wears that mask or not. It's kind of like Robin from Batman.
Super
isn't he?
Kane.
But, Super Kane.
Super Harry Kane.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah, that was fucking gay. Yeah, so that's a major talking point. City lost. No, they drew yesterday. Sorry, against Norwich City. They
Yes.
couldn't get the 3 points there. So,
Fuckers, yeah.
so they're 4 points ahead of Manchester United. I don't want to get a bit too excited now, but we have got them coming up at the weekend. If we win that game, I think we're going to get top four.
You're
Do you know what I mean?
hoping to get top four. Hoping to get top four. We're 2 points off the leaders at the moment.
Nobody
Leicester
gives a
City.
shit about Tottenham
They've got
Hotspur,
playing
mate.
Newcastle tomorrow. Rafa Benitez is in there. Love Rafa Benitez. He's going to beat Leicester tomorrow. Spurs are definitely in with a shot winning Premier League.
There's still
this
plenty
season.
of time
I'm
for
so
you to lose
excited.
like 7 out of your 9 games and melt into 5th position.
Yeah, but
There's still plenty of
for
time.
Leicester to melt as well.
Yeah, there is. I don't know. I just can't see Tottenham Hotspur winning the Premier League. That just does not sound right. I can't envisage that in my mind.
I remember saying in one of our earlier videos, I saw City being winners this year. Obviously, I've made the wrong prediction there, but I did predict Spurs for second. So that's highly intelligent of me.
Do you think Leicester's going to win now then? You think Spurs are going to win? Surely you've got to say
I'm
Spurs.
kind of starting to think Spurs can win this. Yeah,
Hmm.
I do. I think Leicester are going to struggle tomorrow with Benitez at Newcastle. I just don't see them getting trounced. I really don't.
You really think
I
Rafa
think
Benitez is going to
Rafa
come in?
Benitez is that good.
You think he's going to come
He
in,
is.
tinker stuff
I'm
around
gonna
and
say
make
that
an immediate
now.
impact?
It's going to be a 2-1 win to Newcastle United tomorrow night.
Well, that's just a heinous
Might need to
prediction.
put a bet on that. I think that could happen. It's the Rafa
Mate,
factor.
Rafa Benitez is going to do shit at
The
Newcastle.
Rafa factor.
He's
The
going to
Ractor.
come in and do absolutely nothing, surely.
Well, we'll have to see, won't we?
The state of
I just
him.
think, what do you mean the state of him? He's in a better state than you, mate.
Listen, if he was coming in there serving you freaking hors d'oeuvres on a plate, I'd say he's going to do a good job. But coming in to Newcastle United in a relegation battle, I don't think so.
What the fuck's an hors d'oeuvre?
An hors d'oeuvre, it's like
What is
a
that?
starter, isn't it?
Is
In
it?
French,
Oh, so it's
cuisine.
not an actual thing. It's just starter as
Yeah.
yeah.
I think it means
It's an
starter.
hors d'oeuvre.
An
What's
hors
it?
d'oeuvre.
An hors d'oeuvre. Bullshit.
Uneducated Philistine.
That's what I think James May would say, isn't it?
It is, but James May's a legend.
Yeah, absolute legend. Yeah. Looking forward to the new Top Gear. Completely unfootball
Yeah,
related
let's talk about
not,
that.
Not
yeah.
looking forward to Top Gear. Looking forward to
The new Hammond, Clarkson and
100%,
May one.
that'll
Yeah.
be good.
That's going to be
That would be
awesome.
good,
Yeah,
yeah.
totally interested in watching that. Totally not interested in watching BBC's new Top Gear.
Yeah, Top Gear is like Manchester United. It's just gone down the pan, isn't it?
It should be called
Looking
mid-table gear or something.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
With Chris Evans.
Louis
at
Van Geer.
Yeah.
Best LVG ever.
That's it. It's going to be the Louis Van Gaal of motor and television programmes, basically. But not interested whatsoever about that. But we'll be watching the Amazon TV programme featuring Clarkson, May and Hammond, definitely.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Going to be loving that, yeah.
Anyway, we've completely sidetracked, gone off the rails, Stig. Where were we?
So United, next couple of games, Liverpool. We got Liverpool Thursday night. They're winning 2-0 at the moment. I don't see us overturning that. Kloppy in there playing progressive football. They will create chances at Old Trafford. They probably will score goals. All they've got to do is score a goal, and we have to score 4 in order to progress. That's pretty freaking difficult for us to do. Do you know what I mean?
It's gonna be
and I
tough,
think they
mate.
will score. So
It's gonna
we've
be
got to
tricky.
keep them out and go and score a few goals ourselves. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. And then if we don't win that game, we're out the Europa League. Then the huge crunch game would be the Manchester derby next weekend, because that has it just means a huge amount in terms of what's going to happen in top 4 this season. If we beat them, we've got a hope. If we lose that game or get a draw, we're completely freaking out of it. So that's a huge game.
Do you think if you don't win that, then it's you know.
Yes, that's the end of it.
Van Gash.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. It's brick the prick.
Yeah.
That's it.
Brick the prick,
I'll tell you what, if we don't win that game, I'm going to make an effigy and burn it in the freaking garden.
So do you give it to Giggsy? Do you give it to Giggsy?
I'd give it to Giggsy to end the season, yeah. I would, and then bring in Jose Mourinho in the summer, or just bring in Jose Mourinho now and let him bed in.
Unless Giggsy done in Invincibles for the rest of the season or something.
Yeah, I don't see that happening, but...
That'd be me. If I was... Who is it? That Glazer prick? What's
Glazer,
his name?
Yeah.
If I was him, I'd say, I'll give it to you, Giggsy. If you can go the season undefeated, you keep your job. Maybe if you lose 1 or 2, I might still let you keep your job, as manager next
I don't think he's ready for it, man. I love Giggsy. I'd love for Giggsy to come in and manage Man United and be a huge success. But he's never had any managerial experience.
But he's worried that if he goes and manages somewhere else, he'll never get back to United.
He'll definitely come back to United.
Yeah, but what about managers like Mark Hughes and stuff like that? Once you go, you're gone.
Well, what you're saying, if he goes somewhere and is not successful, he thinks he might not get a chance at United. Well, then he shouldn't have a chance at United in a lot of ways. If he can't go out there and prove that he's in the running for it.
Mark Hughes is successful?
Mark Hughes is successful now, yeah, but he's had his ups and downs.
All right.
I still don't think Mark Hughes has really done enough to be considered to be in the frame for the United job.
What about Gary Nev?
Not at the moment. He's having Mayors at Valencia, isn't he? I think he knows a lot.
That winning spree, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he knows a lot about the game. I think it just takes a matter of time. It's a learning experience. You're going to make mistakes. It's all about managing people. You improve your man management skills. You improve tactically. There's a lot of future hope for ex-Manchester United players potentially coming and manage even England.
Roy Keane,
or Manchester United. Yeah, Roy Keane had the ability.
Do you reckon he done badly as a manager, Roy Keane?
Well, didn't he get Sunderland promoted immediately to the Premier League from the Championship?
I can't remember.
Yeah, I think he did. But then he had Mayors. We had like a big bust up with the chairman or something. Just said "fuck off" and got out of there. So, he's not lived up to what you thought he was going to be as a manager because that complete insane sort of mentality and just the way he is, that sheer cuntery of the man. Do you know what I mean? Though, you think he'd be a really good manager, real stern and just.
It's like if John Terry, compressed all of his cuntery into trying to be a football manager cunt, then that would be it. I don't know.
Yeah. So
it's like being a cunt in a good way, isn't it? Almost. Roy Keane.
Anyway, yeah, he probably won't get back into management. I don't know. I think he just can't be arsed, mate, to be fair. In this game, to be a manager, there's a lot of hours, there's a lot of stress. You need to be proper in the game. I don't think Roy Keane really gives a shit. Gary Neville, on the other hand, I think if he goes out there and learns a lot, he could possibly be United manager one day. Same with Giggsy. Freaking hell, get Scholesy managing. That's what I'd like to see. I like what Scholesy's done since he's retired.
Yeah,
he was the quietest man in the world when he was playing, and then since he's retired, he's just full of the Louis Van Gaal dissing, isn't he? I love him.
Oh yeah, he hates Louis Van Gaal.
I love him though, but he's so spot on in what he says though. Old Scholesy, I love him. Yeah. Anyway, that pretty much does it. Unless you can think of anything else.
Nah, not really.
No, there we have it. So United. We got to play a replay against West Ham after a pretty poor performance. Definitely first half. Second half was a bit better. Anthony Martial, I just want to say a little something about him. He really is sheer class. He basically carried the side today. He just didn't stop running, didn't stop working, didn't stop waiting for that opportunity. And those opportunities were sparse today. Or scarce, rather. Or either works.
Both work.
Both work. So big shout out to Anthony Martial, one of the players who we signed who actually has lived up to it. He's still only 20 years old, so hugely exciting and promising to see what's going to happen with Anthony Martial at the moment. That's basically it for the PigCast episode this week. Let me know what you guys think. You don't want a Snickers?
Because it's got egg in it. Sorry, mate.
What the fuck's wrong with Snickers?
I just don't like egg, mate. Not with chocolate.
That's so irrational.
Well, I'm irrational. What's your problem?
Do you eat cakes?
Yeah.
Do you eat chocolate cake?
Yeah, but that's like a cake. It's different. I just don't think eggs should be present in a chocolate bar.
Eggs probably in 50% of the chocolate bars on the market, mate.
No, they're not.
I bet it is.
No, because I always check the ingredients. There's a lot of chocolate out there that don't have egg in it.
What don't have egg in it then?
Maltesers, Galaxy, Cadbury's, as long as it's not cream egg. It's just true. Cream egg's got fucking egg in them.
Is it actually?
They have, yeah. Anyway, they change the ingredients.
What I want to know actually is anybody out there to share this irrational sort of fear of egg in chocolates.
Fear of egg in chocolate.
Because Henry, so just to clarify, right? You like eggs. You eat eggs. You have fried eggs, scrambled eggs, etc. on their own egg. You eat egg.
Yeah.
And you have egg in a cake Like in a cake mixture, you make a cake. Cake's got egg in it, flour, and fucking eggs, and you eat that.
Yeah.
But you won't eat a chocolate bar that has any remote, amount of egg in it whatsoever.
Correct, yes.
Okay then, yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying I won't eat a Snickers bar or a Mars bar, but I prefer to have a chocolate bar that doesn't have egg in it.
Right.
Because they're just, it just puts me off. I don't know, it's just a weird psychological thing. I'm weird. What do you want me to say?
And what do you think the egg's used for in the chocolate bar?
Well, I don't know, to make the nougat.
The nougat, but what if the chocolate bar doesn't have nougat but still has egg in it, like a lot of them do?
Like what?
I
Tell
don't
me
know.
one chocolate
Mate,
bar that's got egg in it.
I just know that Snickers
nougat
has egg in it. I don't fucking know. I'm not an egg chocolate bar connoisseur.
Stop reading the ingredients then. And then we can have this conversation.
There are no
once
ingredients
you are-
on that. It's a multi-pack Snickers, okay?
Go educate yourself.
There's no freaking ingredients on it. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Is that irrational? Does anybody else share that? Will
OG
you not eat?
information, C-pack, not for individual resale. Yeah, definitely multi-pack, innit?
Yeah, do you want to buy one?
Nah, mate. Don't. Got egg in it.
Right. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about that. Is that odd? I've always thought that's odd, but there you go. Anyway, this is the end of the PigCast. This is Mr. Flying Pig HD here with Henry Hotspur. Please do chuck a like on this video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. There'll be much more upcoming videos on the channel. We're also on iTunes now. Please go leave a review on the podcasts app. Just go search Mr. Flying Pig HD PigCast podcast and leave a review, 5 stars, obviously. Anything to add at the end of the video?
You're odd.
You're odd.
Yeah.
Well, you're a fucking weirdo.
Nah.
Your turn.
Nah, you're weird. You're weirder.
Yeah? You're a mug.
No, you're a prick.
Well, you're a cunt.
You're a fucking cunt.
Wanker.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you
Wanker.
gonna do? That's right, mate.
Wanker.
Yeah, you're more of a wanker.
What we're going to do?
Hey?
Oh!
Yeah.
Try not to shit yourself.
Can you smell it? I'm genuinely sorry.
Pretty awkward end to the podcast here, Henry. What have you done?
I need to go sort myself out.
Oh, he's brown trousered it.
I'm sorry.
Take it easy.